Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your hosts, AJ and Monique, back in the building. This is the first. This is the first time ever that there's only been that there hasn't been another mainstay co-host that's on here, whether it's Jace, CJ, somebody. But we are here. Jace is on a emo fucking cruise, you guys. What a loser.
Wait, emo? Emo? What, did he
Actual
look at the mirror? Really? I thought he was just looking at, he made a mistake and just look at the mirror like, I can't be perfect or something. I don't know. I thought that was what you mean. Oh God, or some shit. I don't know.
He's probably doing that. He's probably doing that right now with his fingernails painted, crying.
Running out the hot shower, the cold shower, raining down his emotion.
No, he's legit on emo never dies cruise. I'm not lying.
I felt bad too coming to him last week for Tony, but he had it coming though.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah,
listen. With Jace, you have to, because if he smells just a little bit of vulnerability about you or one of your favorite fighters, he's gonna chop your head off. So when it comes to him, you have to. Which sucks because we like Tony. We don't want to talk crap about Tony, but when it comes to him, no gloves.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson.
It's fair game because he does the same thing to your fighters though, so it's fair game.
Yeah, facts. One thing he did want me to say on the pod, because at first he's like, make sure you tell the pod this, and I was like, fuck no, I'm not telling them nothing you gotta say. And he's like, no, for real. He was talking about Izzy, and he goes, the one thing about Izzy is kind of like the same thing with Roy Jones Jr., his reaction time. This is Jace's opinion, that Izzy's reaction time is no longer there. He says that's the same thing that happened to Roy Jones when he was up at heavyweight.
I mean, I think that's partially true, but I think MMA is different than boxing though, so way different.
Facts.
You know what's really sucked? That I bet he's like, man, the first round was really good, and the second round, what the fuck?
Right.
When you go good on the first round and in the wrestling, on the striking, but the moment he did the second round, that Imavov capitalized him, and that one shot just take away all of his momentum.
Yeah, it was the mix-up. All you got to do against elite strikers is introduce the wrestling a little bit, and then they're gonna put their hands down, play take down defense, stuff like that. So,
do you guys think he should? Do you think he should have taken the second after the eye poke?
No. I think he tried to be cool and pull an Alex. That's what I think he tried to do, but it didn't work out for him. I'm dead serious.
Everybody's still on that bandwagon, man. I don't know. I don't think he did try to do the exact same thing. But
in the interview afterwards, he said that he did it because he felt like at the end of round one, Nasruddin was kind of getting tired, and so he didn't want to. He was breathing hard.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
The first round.
I don't think so. Hey, yo, I have another hot take too with Izzy and O'Malley. Those are the last two elite strikers to ever get a belt in UFC. I think that striking shit is done. So you gotta be able to mix it up. It's over for that. It's over. So whoever thinks Carlos Parta's gonna be champion, cut that shit out because that's not happening.
What about Alex?
All right, but they entertain him. They entertain that like idiots. I don't know why they do that at that weight class. They entertain that, and that's what happens. They get knocked out. So
I'm hold on a second. Is there there's only strikers in light heavyweight? You barely see any wrestler or grappler.
Yeah.
The only light heavyweight was supposed to be at that division could actually beat Alex was Jalton Almeida, but he was heavyweight has such a weak division. No one is capable to handle his wrestling other than John Jones. That's it.
Probably Tom.
Yeah. That is. But talking about Izzy, did you like his mindset before the fight?
Izzy's?
Izzy.
He looked good too. Pause. He looked good in that fight, yo, for real.
No, I'm talking about the way he kind of
I disagree.
Real
quick before we get to the mindset, literally, and I have to put the screenshot up when I post this, but literally halfway through the first round, I texted Damien and I texted Damien and CJ, and I was like, I don't like how Izzy has his chin up in the air. And Damien texted
Mhm.
back and was like, yeah, but he's Izzy. He can get away with that. And I texted and I said, yeah, until he can't anymore. Literally, I want to say 30 seconds later, he gets knocked out. And I just sent a voice note, like I told you so. Like his chin was up way more than it typically is. Granted, he always did kind of like the lean back with his chin up, and it worked because like the fighters were smaller than him. They had a shorter reach. But we see that with, when he fought Alex, he didn't have the chin up like that because he knew that
Right.
Alex had the longer reach. Same thing with Sean. Sean caught him on the chin as well. And I think that, like, I don't know what happened to Izzy's striking. Like, I know everybody's watching it and they're like, oh, he looked good and he looked like this and that. But like, when I'm looking at him and I'm going back to like 2017, 2018, 2019 Izzy, who was like elite with the striking, his striking is not the same. And I don't know if it's because he
Okay.
decided to put on more muscle mass. Go ahead.
I agree with that. Now you're kind of right. I agree. I feel like it's more like he didn't lose anything. I just feel like his defense went down a lot because like his offense against that fight recently, he looked good on offense, but like defensively, that's where you right about that. Like his like yeah, I think you're right. But
Yeah, his
also like
striking defense,
yeah,
it
it
wasn't
went
the
down
same.
tremendously. Yeah,
Ever since
yeah.
Sean sniped him, and I love Izzy. He's my second favorite fighter. But Sean put it on him. Like that one shot changed a lot.
But that's not
Like,
true though, cause look at Gastelum. I feel like he exposed Izzy too, even though he won that fight. Or you gotta like get inside on him. He was getting inside on Izzy too. So
Us.
Gastelum probably had the blueprint and they just executed it. That's what I think too.
there's actually a comparison image between the way Sean hits him and Imavov hit him. It's like almost identical. You
It
see a
is.
shot by shot, like really. And I think it's because the fact that everybody not I think there's so much video and tape of him fighting to the point you already figure out his formula, the way he strike, the way he switch stance, the way he
I agree.
where the certain hand position, the way he moves.
And
It's
it's yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
at this
You're right.
point to the game, you're gonna get figured out. Everybody knows your flow, your rhythm, your positioning, everything. Because
Right.
and I think Izzy could have last long if he actually changed because he's called style bender. When the last time you see him like I don't know, judo flip, wrestle, grapple, you don't see that. He doesn't remix
Right.
his music. It's the same beat by beat.
I
It's the
like
same beat.
that. I like that. That was fire.
It's like
I
I'm
like that.
style bender. You never remix your style, baby. You always been the same kickboxing style.
Yo,
Never.
shout out Corey Sandhagen because he was an elite striker. He still is, but he mixed it up. That's what they need to do, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shout out Corey
So
Sandhagen.
we're in the era of like you have to be well round. Ilya,
Yeah.
That's
Islam,
it.
Dricus, Tom Aspinall. Easy's kind of like the same shit, the same thing,
That's it.
all over again. Like, yeah, like everybody can figure you out. You're not the only one with special tricks anymore. We know your special trick. It's not special. I like the
Right.
fact that Easy say.
And then
I
the
love the
scary
fact
part
he said
about
like,
Izzy. Wait, you said
yeah,
what?
yeah, I say I love the fact he said, before the fight, he said 185 is born without me. Really
It's
though?
not true. Right? Really?
I think
Yes.
it is.
Because I. But who
Personally.
did he beat now
Oh,
though?
come on,
Who
dude,
he beat
come
now?
on.
Like I'm really on the side now. Like, and I think like even afterwards, I texted AJ and I was like, "Dang, my boy's done." Like, and I don't like to say stuff like that, but like on last week's pod, I said we never know it's too late for a fighter until it's too late, and that fight was going to tell us whether or not it was still Izzy's time, and it's not. Regardless of how he looked in the first round, this is how fighters get caught up in 8-fight losing streaks like Tony Ferguson. They have a
Right.
good round, and then they get finished, and it's like, yeah, but you looked really good. Yeah, he looked really good leading up to the Dricus fight too, and he still got choked out. It's like at some point you have to realize it's not there anymore. But the problem is, even though he's still an elite fighter, of course he's going to look good. It's very rare he's going to come out there and look trash,
Right.
right?
And
And
yeah,
so he
facts.
he will continue if he fights somebody else, he will continue to look good until he loses the fight. And that's what's going to until people be like, "Oh wow, it really is over." I think it's over. I think that he had a great MMA career. I think that he's done great things. I don't really think there's not a money fight for him at welterweight. He does not need to go up to light heavy because the chin seems like it's gone.
You think
And I think that
he cannot make 170? Hell
no,
no.
he can't make 170.
Oh
He
hell
was
no.
struggling
Hell
at
no.
185. He was
Hell
trying
He's
to make
stuck there.
185.
He's stuck there. That's crazy. He would stuck on 185. He's stuck. He's
No.
stuck.
If you want to eat 170, he'll only be eating miso soup every single day. Hell no.
Right.
Hell
That's
no.
just crazy though. And like
Uh,
in my opinion, I feel like he should fight Paulo Acosta. That's a fight they need to make right there.
Oh,
uh,
that's his baby
but
mama.
Yes,
uh,
exactly, exactly.
speak about other fighters. Marvin ever said when Izzy got when he his recent loss, Marvin Vittori tweeted, "The only way Izzy could win if he fights me."
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was funny as hell.
That's
Right,
funny as hell because like, oh wait, is
right,
that a compliment? Or are you just insulting yourself? That's hilarious.
right.
What do you think
That's,
about
that's crazy.
Marvin? Who was it? Marvin and Conor dropping the M bombs recently.
I just think I think for them
Garbage.
they should know better. They should know better than that. They should
I'm
just know
like,
better. Personally, I don't
it's
really care
practice.
about what they say, but they should understand how those words can affect the community. That's my opinion
Mm-hmm.
on it, though. That's my opinion.
Like, I just can't take them serious. Dude, someone asked Marvin Vittori, hey, Marvin Vittori, did you take an autism test? And he said, I don't think so, but I think I am. I was like, this motherfucker's stupid. I can't take you seriously.
Yo,
And then Connor,
hold on.
literally,
Yo,
Connor, Connor
Marvin
literally
was the
he went to Las
right.
Vegas. And there was a guy say, let's go Khabib. And he went,
Yeah,
what the fuck do you say about me?
yeah.
Who?
What?
You ain't do
Spit
shit.
on him. Connor spit on a dude's face
I'm
because he
like, I
said
can't take you
I see that,
he
yo.
serious,
He's
said
bro.
tweaking. He's bugging. He's bugging. He's
listen,
bugging.
if Conor McGregor spit on me, let me tell you, I'm
I'm
rolling
taking
on
half
the
his money.
ground.
I'm
I'm
taking
I'm
half his.
I'm I'm taking everything. Are you kidding me? That's a bodily fluid. While you at it, go ahead and run a
Oh,
STD check
shit.
on this dude. Because if he got anything, you just
It's
endangered me. You
it's
cannot put
game
your
time.
bodily fluid on nobody. Listen, I'm cashing out. The way that man,
That's true.
the way that man just sit there and let him spit on him, smiling, I was like, oh yeah, he know he gonna get paid. He know
Yeah,
he gonna get paid.
he got to. And that was in America. Or that was somewhere else.
That was in America.
Oh,
Yeah.
because other countries you go to jail for
Las
shit like that.
Vegas.
So you go to jail for like that shit. That shit crazy.
Yeah, you can't go
Vegas.
out there spitting on nobody for what? Because
And
he said, "Let's go, Khabib." Like, come on, you gotta be mentally tough. This is how you know that Connor's gone. Like the Connor that came up and was like super inspiring and was hungry and had all those great quotes and was really about like fighting, being a martial artist is gone. That man is dead. Now we have a cokehead that is in his body just doing
right,
whatever.
right.
Like,
And yo, it'll
Sky.
be yo. It will look really nasty on his career if he go and bend knuckle and fight Jeremy Stevens, and that happened to him. Oh my god.
Could
Oh
you
my
imagine?
god. He can never live that down. He can never live that shit down. If I'm Jeremy, if you knock out
Um,
Conor, he should get that shit tatted on his arm somewhere. He should get that shit tatted. Who the fuck is
after
that guy, right?
no, you would do it after post UFC. Like, dude, it's so disappointing how Conor becomes because look at Dana when they asked him, so is Conor coming back? And he's like, I don't know, yeah, and he's just like quiet, dead silent,
Dana,
and just
Dana too greedy though. Dana just greedy. He want his order. He wants someone like that to make him money for himself, not nobody else. I
I'm
understand
like,
that part,
but
but
remember that meme where like Dana when he overglazed like Conor McGregor, isn't he great? After that he goes, yeah, I
yeah,
don't know about that. I just go
yeah,
quiet.
I mean,
Like it's such a
Connors is currently 36. He'll be 37 in July. He has 2 fights left on his UFC contract. Who knows if he fights this year after everything that's going on? Who knows what kind of trouble he'll get into tomorrow? Like as we're talking right now, he could be doing something crazy, wild and reckless.
no,
Like
no.
he's a danger
This
to
one,
himself.
yeah. Like at this point, like of all time, he's my favorite fighter of all time. But like right now, currently, I'm just like over him. Like it's like fuck it. Like he was great, but right now, like what are you doing, bro?
you know, there's only one fucking way if Conor fights. If Khabib, like his mom, just kidnapped by some kind of unknown country, and he's like, Dana, I need money, I need 50 mil, and Dana's like, you have to fight with Conor. Conor would drop everything, the drugs, the woman, his flashy
Right,
clothes, be running. I be like, come here, we're gonna get the rematch. We're gonna
right.
get a rematch. He will be sprinting for his life and train harder than anything else. And Michael Chen will be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
And
that's
ought to get tapped out again. Ought to get tapped out again.
It's
If he was
hilarious. That's the only way you could fight because he tweeted like, "You fucking coward! You quit the sport! You fight me again, man! Make me 100 mil!" I'm like, "Fuck!" It's hilarious. It's so
yeah.
fucking
and
funny.
Connor, he was done after that Dustin fight. He could have ran off to the sunset right there with a broken leg, and nobody would have really cared. So, but hey, he want to fight again. So
Hey,
I'm
I
like,
mean, it is what it is. One last thing on last week's card: Michael Venom Page went out there and won a glorified sparring match. I mean, let's
Right?
be
Yeah,
honest.
that shit was crazy. Like I said, like on last episode too. I feel like they just exposed Shara because Shara can't wrestle. He's
Nope.
like, and now what are you gonna do against another elite striker? They're gonna try to do what MVP did. Even though he's one of one, they're gonna still try to attempt that to Shara. But hey, we'll see what they got for him next because I don't know who he beats.
this
Even
is
like
why.
the ring guys.
Mm,
I think it's
This is
funny
why.
because go ahead.
And this is why it's called MMA. Adapt to the situation with other skill that you can have to change the momentum. This is why. This is why you need wrestling and grappling to act. Because no, I'm like, come on.
Right.
With your
But
short
see,
ass reach,
yeah,
you're not gonna reach MVP with your short ass reach. Hell no. Hell no, you're
like
not
this,
gonna reach him.
that's like yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you do this, buddy. You go, Sky.
There's
Yeah.
guys outside of middleweight that's not ranked, and I think they will kill him like for real. What's that big Brazilian guy? He's a jujitsu specialist. What's his name?
Fire Barrio.
No,
Fire Barrio.
Rodolfo Vieira. He will kill Shara. He will take him
Oh
down and
yeah,
hold him there. He will molest him
yeah,
like for real. Like like people like that. Like there's no point of putting that matchup together. Like feel me? Like there's no point of that.
yeah.
Mm.
Once again, that's what ends up happening to a lot of these strikers. Especially if they don't have the takedown defense. Like, they let go of Jarzinho. Don't know why.
Stupid. Oh,
He's
they're gonna put
Meanwhile, Taito Masa has like 5 losses. Be like, I'm all right,
right.
bitch.
That's
yeah,
crazy. They're gonna book. It's gonna be Shawa versus international fight. Was gonna be Shawa versus what's his guy name? A CLD. That's the match that they're gonna make. Shawa and CLD. That's gonna be a good fight. I see that
Shar
fight
can't
happen.
fight in the U.S.
Oh, he can't.
No, because he's blind in the one eye.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
that'll be
why.
a good fight though. Him and CLD will be a good fight. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Sky. You know what's really crazy? Yeah, I think if did you watch MVP at the Errol Hawani interview after the post fight?
I did not.
Yeah, so he talked about it's really crazy like because he's like he's okay with the fight, but he still has not get that one KO highlight in the
Hmm.
UFC. And the
Right.
UFC is gonna have a hard time making compilation with him if they want to make a montage for his next fight because they can't use Bellator. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
They can't use Bellator. They can use the only amateur like he's pre Delavomon as a fighter. And it's so crazy because he doesn't have that one highlight KO, which is strange because he's known for having so many highlights.
yeah.
I guess compared to Bellator fighters and UFC fighters, it's a different type of level. It's much more harder for them to get KO.
And that's what he said in his post fight conference. He was like, he acknowledges that the difference between being at Bellator and the UFC, that there is a mental difference that he still kind of like hung up on. Like the lights are quote unquote brighter at the UFC. And yeah, he had said that in his post fight conference. I'm like, I'm happy somebody finally admitted. Like they're like, yeah, you could do that
Right.
over there. And that's
Exactly.
cool, but when you get over here, it's more than just the competition. Like the
Right.
organization is bigger. More people are watching you. More people know who you are now all of a sudden. Like it's a lot more that comes with it. The fans are brutal. Like when you
Unless your name is Yuri, you don't give a fuck about nothing. You don't care about that. Yuri don't care.
he don't
Unless you're
even
Yuri.
understand. He don't even understand.
Dude,
Yuri's like, I'm coming.
Right.
but that's
Oh my
so
god.
interesting. I'm like, well, does it also play the factor that a lot of the opponents he fight has really good chin? Ian Gary, Char Bullet, and
Kevin.
Kevin
Yeah.
Holland has a really good chin. Kevin has a really good chin. He can take a punch. If you
Yeah.
notice, and dude, that would be so crazy if if they gave him just what? How about we give you a charity knockout? Give him Neil Magny retirement fight. That would be fucking so
That's boring
merciless.
though. I don't want to see that. MVP. I don't want to see no Maggie fight him. I
Yeah,
don't want to see.
but if he wants to, like, we could give you a KO, so way easy. But if he fights like guys like just to prove that he is this the next thing in the welterweight division, such as Michael Morales, I don't see him KO that guy. Hell no,
Well,
Michael Morales.
well,
Nope.
about Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal's a dangerous matchup for him. I think Jeff Neal.
I
I can
think
see it.
how did G we call him G off on here, okay? Because that's how
He
his
off.
name is. I'm being funny.
Yeah.
I do call him G off, but did he fight Wonder Boy?
Yeah. He got.
RDA.
Yeah.
He got
He got picked apart.
Yeah, he got
when he
picked
fought
apart.
Wonder Boy.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what would happen with MVP and Geoff.
You
He
think
gonna get
so? You
picked apart.
know
I
what?
do.
That's a good point. Maybe it is. Okay,
I
so
do.
with that fight, I'm looking at his straight punches then to get to MVP first. Because MVP, he's he
Hey,
really is.
Sky. What if MVP versus Carlos Prates? They're like, how about you fight that guy? Oh, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Cool MVP.
Oh, MVP would get KO because Prates has that one shot KO power.
Nah, I don't
Legit.
know though. I don't know. He hasn't shown
Oh
anything else.
hell yeah,
But stand up,
hell yeah. He's like,
MVP been doing stand up his whole life though. Like his whole life is based on stand up, right? His whole life.
damn, like
That shit's crazy.
easy.
I'm
Because
I'm happy.
here's the thing though, MVP has a what you call it, a white stance, and Prates know how to leg kick. I'm gonna
Right.
leg the shit out of you to the point you're not gonna able to move well anymore, and I'm gonna find that one shot, bam, toy switch.
But see, in my opinion, I feel like Ian Gary is somebody that he fought, and that's like a good like example of his striking because I think Ian's a better striker than Carlos. Carlos got that power. He carried that power. So, but overall striker though, I think Ian's better than Carlos. And that's what I'm trying to say. And MVP made Ian Gary shoot. Like I never seen Ian Gary shoot before in any of his fights like that. MVP made him shoot.
Like,
So
wait,
I don't know.
nah,
MVP on the feet,
nah,
he's nasty. On the
no,
feet,
no,
he's
no, no.
crazy.
If Ian is a good striker though, why can't he win MVP? That's the thing.
Hey, sometimes somebody's better than you. He was better than
Yeah,
him at
he's
Yeah,
striking.
miles ahead of Ian
okay.
in striking.
If Ian versus Carlos Prates, he's gonna get KO. Easy win.
No,
Ooh.
no, no, no. I think Ian gets KO. You got to catch Ian though. Got to catch Ian though. He can
I
get
told you
caught, but
those leg
yeah,
kicks, it's gonna come. Even like it didn't like MVP said he would have he would try a fun fight at 205, and El Hawani asked, "What about
that's
Alex?"
dumb.
And he's like,
That's dumb.
"Hell no,
I
hell
want a
no,
Bro,
fun
that
they
guy
should
fight.
just
I don't
know.
want
Oh
to
dangerous.
go
my
to
god,
sleep.
yo, I hate the Alex. Yo, I hate the Alex Glaze. I hate the Alex. Oh
He's
my
a
god.
striker. Leg kicks count as striking. It takes away your mobility. Have you ever got leg kick in your life? Dude, that
Yes.
shit hurts. Even Terrence Crawford be like, don't leg kick me. That shit hurts.
Oh, how do you feel about
Crawford
that
was
being
like,
made
hell
official?
no.
What?
Canelo Crawford is official for September.
I just made a video on my TikTok about that. I don't really care because they said that Canelo gonna fight Jake Paul. Like why? Like why are you gonna fight Jake Paul to
Oh,
fight the fight? Yeah.
Money. Ooh, money.
And listen, I think that's to his detriment. He gonna fight Jake Paul. And I think Terrence Crawford gonna take that. He gonna be like, nah, why you fight Jake Paul before you fight me? And I think he got knock Canelo out. I think he knock Canelo out. That's what I think now.
Yeah, you don't want to
America's
put
the
that.
only. Yeah,
Like,
Sky, go ahead.
I think for sure Canelo beats Jake Paul, but just being inside there, like Jake Paul's a big boy. Like he's
Yeah.
still much bigger than Canelo. Who knows what they'll try to have that fight at, and then you're gonna try to cut back down to fight Crawford?
Right. On the best of all time. Yeah,
That's not that May, June, July, September, like 3 months. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
right.
You trying to
Yeah,
fight
that's
Kendrick? Hey, the UFC is wild. Dana White is wild for at the Sphere putting Kendrick Lamar's name up under Terrence Crawford, and then
crazy.
afterwards Dana White doubled down and said they do look alike. No, the fuck they don't. That's like saying
No.
Dana White looks like Joe Rogan. No, the fuck y'all don't. Like you
Right.
see
Yeah,
two
they
black
don't.
dudes and decide they look alike. Like that's crazy.
It's like Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
that was crazy.
They don't do the same.
Damn. UFC's back though, man. It's gonna be a long time, a long stretch of UFC fights. Long ass
Yes.
stretch.
Yes. Let's take a quick look at this weekend's pay-per-view.
Yes,
I
we
don't
got
know.
to.
I don't know if we can call it a pay-per-view. You excited for this?
I have a like slight little crazy prediction for this whole card, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and start talking about this card.
I mean, it is what it is. I am shocked that Wayne Kong is back as quick as she is after getting
Right?
finished in China.
They pushing her crazy. They want her to win right now.
Yeah, they was like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
we had to knock out. What's up,
Right.
Philippe?
I'm like, the reason why Wang, well, she's Chinese. If you know how big it is when it comes to if you're a Chinese champion, if you become
That's true.
the next big thing. That's true. Dana, I think I called my man like, Dana is always have like this feeling. There's certain champions because they hold so much weight because of where they come from. That's why he's so concerned. He does not want Weili to lose. I know that for sure. I hope this Chinese go win, man. We don't want to lose all that Chinese money. Hell no.
But
I think
I
Wang. I
go
think
ahead.
Wang is one of the few girls out there who has a personality. Who's
She
a
does.
villain. You don't
Yeah,
see a
she
lot
does.
of girls becoming a bitch.
Yeah, she comes out with the Joker stuff on. It's fun, it's entertaining. It caught all of our attention. And then she went out there and knocked that girl out. I was like, yo, let's go. And then lost her last fight. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I see they got Kevin Doucette down here after he got beat up by the butcher,
Right. I
Brian
mean,
Battle.
he's good though. Justice's good. He's a good
He
fighter.
is. He is, but you thought that the butcher was gonna come out here and lose to a Frenchman?
Right. Hey, we gotta stop. Like everybody not built the same. Like the fight against Randy Brown, he looked like that because it was a fight that he took that he thought he could make the weight fast enough. That's why he looked like that. He still
Yeah,
think if he looked healthier in that fight, I think he gets Brown out of there. But that's why he didn't look that good because he was cutting weight faster than he should for that fight.
yeah, because it was a quick turnaround.
Exactly. Yeah. So
It was super quick.
No.
How y'all feeling about Kobe Thickness, which is funny because he's not thick at all. Pause. Going up against Alexandre Topuria, Topuria's brother, and Volkanovski is gonna be in the corner of Kobe.
I don't know. That's like shaky because like I seen the record against his opponents that he's fought. I'm like, why you? They had like 49 wins and like 200 something losses. I'm probably always judging about the losses, but it was like a lot of losses though. So I'm
Mm.
like, I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
Which
I'm
one?
just gonna
Uh,
I'm gonna wait and see what he does. That's it.
like based on my assessment, I feel that I heard that he has a bit of everything. Like Ilias' brother has a bit of everything what his brother has. The one
Mm.
thing that I think people criticize that about Alexander Topuria because he's supposed to be at featherweight, which is like
Mm.
because in bantamweight he's actually has a cardio issue.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
this fight it's a fight. The fight at featherweight. This fight at featherweight.
Ban him.
No, it's bantamweight.
Yo, did y'all know it was supposed to be Jan versus Ilya, and I think for the both of them debuts, but that never happened at 135. That'd have been crazy.
That would have been
That'd have been crazy.
crazy.
Imagine Ilya at
I heard,
135. He's killing everybody down there. I think everybody getting
Including
murdered.
himself. He's too big for 135.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
too
Like
big.
he is
muscle
too big.
mass wise. Like he's short as hell. But
I think Kobe Thickness, what I heard about him, he's a really good grappler. Coming
mm.
from his fight, that's all I know. Eh,
I,
it's something
um,
you never know.
yeah. This card though, I don't. This card's a little shaky, but I do predict
No,
this card's gonna have 11 finishes though. 11 finishes.
11.
I'll say.
Really?
11
I hope it's a
finishes.
lot of
Yeah,
finish because
I'm gonna
like
say
the
11.
previous card, garbage. And I
We
know
got
Wang's
finishes
gonna
on
KO
this card.
Buna Brazil. Wang's gonna KO Buna Brazil.
Oh, and I really want Jimmy Crute to win because I feel like he was good, but then he stopped because he was losing. I want Jimmy Crute to win. If not, I think he's gonna retire officially.
I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Got something, Sky?
Um, let's get to the main card. Taking a look at the main card. Are y'all paying? Because everybody pays, right? Are y'all paying $80 for this pay-per-view? Rush the
This is your
link,
garbage.
brother.
You should
It's
link, my
no,
brother. You should
it's no
link.
point though. There's no point. Like this shit is stupid. Like, yo, Dana should have put this shit on ABC. That's what he should have did.
Yes,
That'd have been fire.
yes.
That'd
Free
have been
fight.
tough. ABC. That'd have been tough.
You
That'd have
know,
been tough. And
I'm
then you
thinking.
got the Super Bowl. Then the next day, that'd have been tough. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, this is not the card you want before the Super Bowl.
hell no, no.
This ain't
you
Shit is
it.
know,
crazy.
I don't think any reporter has ever told him, Dana, do you think every single card that you make deserve $80? I bet he
Right.
would talk so much shit to that reporter.
He'd be
Yeah.
like, wait,
He
wait.
would
He'd be
stand
like,
it.
wait. Hold on here, hold on. That's why you start talking.
Hold on. How many PPV cards have you made? How many
Yeah,
seats have we made? How
exactly.
many stadium have we? How many countries has provided to watch our show? How many international fighters that we have inspired? I'm like, the fans, is it entertaining or not? Hell no.
No
Dana.
one leaves
Don't
the
give me this
UFC
bullshit.
event and says, I don't want to see that again. That's his
You have
favorite
never seen
line.
Power Slap.
All
You
right.
have never seen Power Slap.
Oh my gosh. Zhang Weili taking on Tatiana Suarez. I swear to this day, and I don't know if it was on the podcast or if it was before or after, but me and Monique was talking about Tatiana Suarez, and he was like, she has a show on ESPN and a
But that's
documentary, and it's
funny.
called Unbreakable. And Monique's like, but she's breakable. Like she literally has the worst luck. She's like been injured so much time. That's why she's been so ineffective. I mean, so inactive. And honestly, I'm not familiar with her game, like, because I haven't watched her enough. I know
She's a
she's a
wrestler,
wrestler.
heavy
Yeah,
wrestler, heavy.
I know she's a wrestler, but I haven't like sat and watched any of her fights.
All I know,
Hmm.
she got a lot of submission. All I know, she got a lot of submission, and that's it. I think she kind of like, I guess you can say, the only girl that actually has legit good wrestling that Bo Nickel could say, yeah, that girl can
Yeah, like
wrestle.
yeah.
That girl can wrestle. I'm like,
It's
I'm
been a
just,
good fight though. This fight's gonna be. It's been a good fight though. It's been a good fight. I'm
guy,
gonna like
guy.
that fight.
Patrick Mix is there though. Like, do you imagine Patrick Mix like? I just imagine Patrick Mix like sit on the couch and like Suarez like, are you? Did you take out the trash? And Patrick Mix like, no, last time you
Wait,
fought.
this fight is at 115, right? Or
Last time you
25.
fought.
This 115.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick though, right now, and this is my honest take. So right now UFC between 115 and 125. I like watching that girl from PFL more than anybody in those divisions right now. She's nice, but that's just my
Who?
opinion right now.
Who?
Who?
Dakota, the
Oh yeah,
Dakota,
yeah. The Dakota chick, the
Like,
chick that won.
that's
she's
the
nice.
only
I
girl.
like her.
That's the only girl Dana would actually willing to buy. But they know PFL. That's the only like division. That's one of the few like female division is like worth.
Well, you see,
But
Patchy asked for his release.
he did. Patchy Mix, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he asked for his release.
Really?
He said he hasn't fought since April of 2024. He's
He's
been
nice.
healthy.
He's nice. He's
He's
good,
been
and
healthy.
he's big too.
Yeah, and that's what he was asking for. He was like, "Please release me." Like y'all, he's like, "Bellator's no more. So what am I the champion of? Like, let me go." I mean, they have been letting go of fighters. I don't know if they want to let go of Patchy because like he is like that dude there. I mean, who else do they really have there that
I
people
mean,
want to see aside from
they
AJ?
let they let go Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico might sign to the UFC really soon. I heard about that.
Yeah, yeah. So if Patchy
It just
leaves,
shows.
then what?
It just. Ugh. It just
Then
shows a lot of MMA organization has a hard time to compete with the UFC.
Just think Dana
But
he needed to grow some balls and he needed to buy PFL and be like, yo, we're gonna make more divisions in the UFC. That's it. That'll make everybody so much happy. Like it's just not even. It's so easy, Dana. Just do that. That's all you got to
you don't
do.
want to.
it's so sad. One FC is like I think a lot of their fighters complain that they're not focusing on MMA. They're
Look,
more
look at
doing
look at
kickboxing
Vanim.
guys.
Look at on Nemkov. He's being wasted. He is probably between heavyweight and light heavyweight. I'm gonna say he's top 10 right now in the whole world. He is elite and he's being wasted in PFL. Fighting no
Yeah,
offense to them, he's fighting bums. He's fighting bums over there.
yeah.
Fighting bums.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's like PFL bought Bellator. Listen, what Dana said when they bought it was 100% correct. He was like, so a failing company is buying another failing company. Yeah, that makes a ton of fucking sense. And they
That shit is
didn't.
crazy.
And it doesn't. And it looks crazy. Like they just look crazy over there. The
And
GFL looks crazy.
yo, am I bugging or the PFL, whatever slash Bellator? They never mention Francis versus Vadim Nemkov. That never mentioned. Like I'm watching this
No,
stream. Like
never.
why they didn't mention that though? Like
They
why not?
should.
And I think Francis is a little too big. But Vadim is a better overall fighter, but Francis is just too big for him. I think Francis knocks him out. But that'll be a good fight though. I'll watch that shit over this fight card. I'll watch that shit over this shit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, because I mean, Justin Taffa versus Taliesin Teixeira. Who the fuck is Taliesin Teixeira? He's
All right, so
coming off
listen.
Dana White. Is this his debut?
So he's a
This
6'7" heavyweight. He got some potential. That's it. 6'7", he can strike. That's it.
I watched him
like,
on Contender Series, but this is his debut, and he is on a pay-per-view card.
you know how weak the heavyweight division is. I don't really believe they can. How
Yo,
they're
hold
weak.
that thought. Hold that thought.
Heavyweight is
Scott,
fucking
go.
weak.
Hold
Even
that
Tom
thought. Yo,
Aspinall was bored of that fucking previous
hold
fight
that
with.
thought. Yo, Scott, go on the UFC heavyweight rankings right now and see who they got 15. Look who they got at 15 at heavyweight.
Let me see.
Look who they got
15 is Janata. How the hell he make it there?
So 14 then.
like,
So 14 then. It's 14.
I'm like, it's weak as hell.
Dante Mays?
Out of
I
here.
know you lying.
Get it, Marty.
No. Heavyweight. They talk about new rankings. Heavyweight just said, "Hey, just go ahead and put whoever at the 14
Yo,
and 15." They
Dante
just put
Mays is
whoever at the
crazy.
I'm like,
Dante.
I'm not gonna surprise. I'm not gonna surprise if Jan Bohovic like lose his fight and go
And
up.
then the
I'm like,
UFC stupid. Why you didn't give that ranking to Kennedy? Give it to Kennedy. Like, come on. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
why did they give it to Nzechukwu?
Give it to Kennedy. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's stupid as hell.
you mean who said
You
chubby
trying to
fat
tell
guy
me
with
Dontel Mays is better than Kennedy and Nzechukwu? Oh
Hell
my
no.
god. Don't do
Hell,
that.
I don't know,
hell,
man. I mean,
These
heavyweight's
people are
fucking weak.
wild. But who
that
do
Yeah,
y'all
shit's
have?
crazy.
Like Zhang Weili versus Tati.
I'm gonna go Tatiana. Tatiana.
Tatiana. She will be the new
Really?
champ. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go.
see an upset. I'm gonna see upset. I'm gonna see
I'm gonna go
upset
Tatiana.
because like he's as much Dana really wants Whaley to win because of that Chinese meow meow yan money.
Right.
He really loves that ching yen.
It was gonna
He
happen,
loves.
right? So they're
But
gonna do the rematch
Suarez is gonna switch
somewhere in
things out
China,
for that division.
right?
Whaley's too dominant. If she wins, who's she gonna fight? I'm
Shevchenko.
like,
That's what she want. She wants
That'd be
Shevchenko.
fire.
oh, she's gonna get her ass whooped. Easy. That's an easy money fight.
No, why you think
Whaley's
ass
too
whoop?
dominant.
Ass whooped is crazy. No, ass whooped is crazy. That's crazy. That'd be a good
Whaley
fight though.
fucking Liv Francis. Whaley fucking Liv Francis. What do you think she can do for Shevchenko?
Oh, she
Bitch!
did.
Bam!
She
Oh,
did.
you
She
you
did look
you
fun.
think you gonna run through Shevchenko?
Hell yeah, Whaley can
Ain't
actually take
nobody
her
running
down.
through Shevchenko. Don't do that.
Oh, I can
She,
see it.
she
I can see
about
it.
Shevchenko. I got about her. Like my hot take is like, well, y'all think she's like women wise? She's the best all time second, or she's number one all time?
Second.
Who
Uh,
second behind Amanda, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
second.
I say Amanda is the GOAT, but she had like the best performance though, and that was against Amanda. Then the second fight, I think she fought Amanda, and I think she won that fight.
Yeah.
My
I
opinion.
think
I think
Whaley's
that's
younger than Shevchenko. That's the reason why. She's getting older. It's
She
about the time.
fine.
Hey, it happened to Izzy. It's gonna happen to Shevchenko. Time will
It's gonna
tell.
happen
Um,
to them all. It's gonna happen to them all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Tatiana Suarez. Reason being is a lot of people forget Zhang Wei Li's wrestling got better because Rose Namajunas out wrestled her in that second fight. Knocked her
right.
out in the first one. Y'all like to listen. I'm really sick of all y'all fucking MMA fans that keep hating on Thug fucking Rose. Yes, she had a terrible fight again. It wasn't a fight. They had a terrible stare off against Carla Esparza. Okay, I get that. It was an awful fight, but Rose got everybody out of there. She got Joanna out of there. Y'all said she the 150, 115 GOAT. She got Zhang Wei Li out of there. Y'all say she the best female fighter out right now. She got fucking Jessica Andrade the fuck up out of there. Like
She
Rose
did.
has been elite. She was finishing people. Like
You
all of
see,
a sudden
like that shit
she has
crazy.
one bad fight, and y'all just was like, oh, she's trash. Like that.
She, that
Don't do
division, it's hard to assess them because they all beat each other. Like, feel me? Like they dead all beat each other. Like you say, Rose lost to Andrade, right? She got
yeah,
slammed,
that
right?
head, yeah.
And then Wait Lee got Andrade out of there, like bad though. And then Rose dominated. She didn't dominate, but she beat her, knocked her out in the first fight. Then, like you said, second fight she arrested her. But that division is like
Rose.
it's hard to gauge to see who really is the best. I don't know who's the best though.
How
I
old is
really don't.
Rose?
Um, but because of that second fight, after that, when Zhang Wei Li came out after that, her wrestling was on point. She has been
Right.
wrestling. She has been doing a whole lot more than she was before. But I don't think it's gonna be enough for Tatiana because she's been doing this for so long. I think unfortunately, if Tati does win, it's really just gonna have 115
Oh, she's gonna.
stagnant.
Right,
It's
it
gonna
is
have it
because you're
stagnant
gonna,
because she can't stay healthy.
yeah,
I'm like,
they're
dude.
gonna do a
If
rematch.
Tatiana Suarez win this fight,
Anyway,
it's kind of like, is it kind of like the female Jones because she's been out for so long?
Yeah.
female
When
John
last time
Jones.
she fought? Because Suarez is like kind of like has a lot of like break even of fights, ups and
She's the
downs.
female. She's the female Dominic Cruz. You can say that female Dominic Cruz. You can say
Oh,
that.
that's perfect.
Okay, okay.
Hey, shout out to Dom.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out though by rough one.
Future Hall of Famer with no UFC really legitimate wins, but hey, we're not gonna talk about that. But
Why you doing Dom like that?
because who's his
Yeah,
best friend in
hey,
the UFC? TJ Dillashaw. That's it. Like, come on.
Hey,
But like I
TJ
said
was that
though,
dude at the
he,
time.
he Hall of Famer though. He Hall of Famer though. So it's whatever.
Hey, so,
Matter of
so
fact,
is Cowboy Cerrone. I don't know how the fuck Cowboy got in there. That's
because
crazy.
because they absorbed all the WB on EC, whatever you call that shit. They absorbed all the like stats and shit.
WEC.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I'm just talking about the fact that Cowboy Cerrone is in the Hall of Fame is crazy work to me.
he got a lot of finishes though. He got a lot of finishes.
I don't give a fuck what he got. That man
So
ain't
Jim
elite.
Miller, so Jim Miller
That
not Hall of
man,
Fame. Jim Miller got a lot of finishes too.
no. Stick
you're not
around
in the Hall
long
of Fame.
enough and win? No, Jim Miller's not Hall of Fame. I'm on DC side when it
Wait,
comes to this.
so you're not a fan of feats? You're not a fan like a feats? You're not a fan of that like a feats?
No, I am. However, when I think of the Hall of Fame, I think of elite people being in
Elite?
there.
Okay.
It should be
So
hard to get through that gate. It shouldn't
so
just be,
Connor,
oh, you won the most fights in the UFC, so we're gonna let you in. Cause
let's talk about it.
wait 1 second, somebody else could come
Mhm.
around and then beat that, right? They could turn around and then beat
Right.
his record, and then what? They get to get in too?
Right. That's true. That's true.
I think Sky is about accolades and age is kind of like fan favorite. That's
So
pretty much the
so Connor, is he a Hall of Famer? Yes or no? Like is he a UFC
is.
Hall of Famer? Conor McGregor.
He is a
Got that.
UFC Hall of Famer. He's the
Yeah,
first double champion. When he was actually fighting and running through 145 division, he was that guy. I would put him in the Hall of Fame. I think his that yeah ugh, but yes, in my opinion.
Mm.
If listen at this point, if Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone, can get in the Hall of Fame, anybody can. He opened the
Derek,
gate.
Derek Lewis, KO King, he getting in
Derek
there. We all
Lewis
know
can get
that.
in there now. He got the
He
most
getting in there though.
KOs. Yeah,
He
everybody get
getting in
in
there.
there.
He
And
getting in there.
everybody can come in because they let Cowboys old washed ass up in.
Dustin, never undisputed. Dustin getting in there too. Dustin gonna walk in that shit.
Dustin getting in there, Justin getting in there,
Yo, no.
all of
Justin
them.
better not get in there. Justin better
Yes,
not.
he is. If
He's
you let
75 in the
Tony in,
UFC. He's not
if
75
you
though.
let
What?
Tony in, you're going to let. I mean, if you, oh God, Tony is not in there. Oh my God, this is nuts. But if you let Cowboy Cerrone in there, you gotta let Justin Gaethje in there. You
I
got
don't
to.
know. He's 7-5 though overall in the UFC. That's crazy work to me. How you 7-5? You Hall of Famer? That's OD. That's
He
crazy.
didn't. Justin finished Cowboy Cerrone and looked at the ref and was like, "Hey, this is my friend. I don't want to hit him again."
Oh,
Called
he
a fight.
did. He did.
Yeah,
He did.
he showed sympathy for that man. Like,
He did.
Like,
and you're not gonna let him in, but you gonna let him in?
Yo,
No.
yeah. I think does Justin retire if he loses to Dan Hooker? I think he does.
Absolutely,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Dan retires.
Because
this is
I
kind of
think
like this is
Justin has
kind of
always.
like
1 second.
this is kind of
Uh,
like Hall of Fame versus like NBA All Star. Which one is kind of like mixing everything together? Yeah, that's pretty much
hey,
it is.
you know that's true. That is true. It's like just because you're an all star doesn't mean that you Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I like that
Oh,
take. I like that.
pretty
I
much what the
like
fuck
that.
it is. It's like, oh, he's my favorite. I like him. Did he win a ring? He got a ring.
Ah,
no, no, no,
that's
no,
what
World
I'm
no.
saying.
champion.
I can't do that. I can't do that because first and foremost, oh y'all can't see it in the background because it's up there somewhere. But Allen Iverson is my man. No ring or not, that is my goat number one
Oh,
all
see,
time.
they got Vise in a different sport. It's
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, but he Hall of Fame. He locked and loaded in there. He in there
I'm like, I
already.
can't deny he
Yo,
has good.
Allen Iverson's MMA comp is Dustin Poirier. I like that comp for AI. That's his comp. Dustin Poirier and AI. That's their comp to each other.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to
lightning.
think about that. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like that might be it, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to take a little bit more time to think about it because
That's like no.
yeah, yeah, it might be Justin.
I gotta be because
Oh man,
they both got there, even though AI got there once, but Dustin got there a couple times that he was short. So
yeah.
mhm.
Oh, shout out to Allen Iverson. When he retired, I stopped watching basketball, so it's been over 10 years since I watched basketball.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah. All right, Dricus versus Strickland 2. How y'all feeling?
Cool.
What y'all think? Who y'all got?
Nobody gonna beat this.
So y'all can when I can go first. When I can go because this fight is gonna be a good fight though, boy.
No
Just don't
Sky.
know.
Is it? What you mean by good? Like, is it gonna look like the other one with
So
him going like this and teep kick, jabbing?
well, to me that was a good fight though. I like that kind of fight. I like that kind of fight. And it, I don't know. I truly feel like y'all might think I'm crazy, but I see like a third, fourth round knockout by Sean. I think Sean's gonna knock him out. I think he is. He's gonna knock him out. And you know why I think that too? Because I just feel like I seen
Love
did
it.
he fought somebody in one or he fought somebody in some other organization. But the way he got hit with the 1-2, he went straight down after that. And Sean got the 1-2 in his back pocket. If he land that 1-2, I think it's over.
Why he didn't hit him with it in the first fight?
Because he couldn't.
Ooh,
The wrestling and not and now he know that. I don't think Sean know Drake is gonna wrestle like that though. I don't think Sean knew that about Drake is like that. Oh, he gonna wrestle me? And I think that took him off guard.
I'm like,
So
nah. You go Sky.
I don't know why this fight's happening. I don't know why Sean Strickland is fighting for a title again. I thought that Dricus, and going into that Dricus fight, I hated Dricus more than anybody on the whole roster. Going into that fight, at the end of it, I thought Dricus won 3 rounds to 2. I thought it was clear. I didn't know why people had a debate about it. Whatever. It was what it was. Sean Strickland getting this fight after a boring ass Paulo Costa fight is crazy to me. Don't know why it's happening. I think Dricus is just, I can't go against Dricus anymore. He's weird. He's awkward. Everything he does doesn't make sense. He looked goofy as fuck out there. Like the compilations of him just like falling forward and just doing crazy shit. Like he looked like the average person that think they can fight. Like that's what he looks like. He looked
He
like,
does,
street
bro.
beefs. He looks
He does.
crazy, but he's a winner. And at the
Right.
end of the day, like this is the same thing I used to say about Bilal when he was coming through the ranks. I was just like, the man wins. Whether it's by decision, doesn't matter what it looks like. He's fucking winning. There's not one thing that he does where you're like, oh, he's really good at this, this, and that. Except he's a winner. And I can't go against him until he actually loses. So with that being said, I'm going Dricus. Yeah, and I think it'll still be a close fight. I think Dricus might even try to wrestle a little bit more. Not to say Sean Strickland has great takedown defense and everything, but I think Dricus is gonna get it done.
And like real quick before you go, I think the fight, like you said, while it's happening, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think the fight is happening because of Kamzat. I think the UFC seen a little bit of resistance from DDP. They're like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna give Sean Strickland. And then if they fight Sean Strickland and Kamzat, he's gonna look like Bob Whitaker. That's what I think. So I think
That's
they're
gonna
trying
be
to
a
make
wild fight.
Kamzat. Eh.
Yeah, so there's no fucking way get Sean can knock out Dricus. Hell no. That's crazy shit.
I think he
That's
does.
a no good.
I think
I'm
he
like,
does.
hell no. Pillow
I got
talk?
Sean by knockout.
Hell no.
I got Sean by
Hell
knockout.
no. The last time he knocked out is Abu's like, I got no cardio Magomedov. Hell, that's the only time he ever KO a person.
He
And
did, right?
the only time Dricus got KO was like before UFC when he was a welterweight. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
that's it.
170 at that time. That's the only time he got KO by a guy. And Sean is not a big puncher. It's like people. It's like it's kind of like expecting like that. Is Max Holloway gonna get knocked out by Ilia? No, this is not the one. Hell
Yo,
no.
so I
No.
asked y'all. So what is so good about Sean Strickland that he's that high ranked? Like, what's so good about him?
Mm,
I'm like, here's the thing about Sean Strickland. He's like a very. Both guys have unorthodox, unconventional styles. One is
Yeah.
what the thing about Sean. It's like he's very good from the outside, and he does that freaking like kind of deep Philly shell kicking. Like he knows how to make sure that you don't get to his range, his tempo, his pace. Make sure you stuck at that same flow where he likes you to strike, so he can keep that momentum.
Right.
Dricus, okay, I have to break that momentum. I have to get dirty. I get to get hit. I get a punch, to like change the momentum, so you don't maintain that position. That's how he actually won the fight for the first time. But Sean is like, there's no way he's gonna change the will. He's still talking up bitching and moaning and like crying. I still won that fight. And he made a video like, Dricus, if you're a man, fight me. Don't wrestle, bitch. I'm like, and Dricus is like, bitch ass motherfucker. Like, that's a pussy ass mentality you got there.
Yeah.
And he's still whining, complaining, and like,
Right.
oh my god! I'm like, Dricus be like, get over it, deal with it, do something different. It's like, and he's gonna do the same thing over again. I'm like, I'd be shocked if he wrestle or grapple or actually move forward or do something different. That's the only way to make sure that Dricus is like not outdoing him, outwilling him, outpressuring him, everything. If
I
he
agree
doesn't
with
do that, he's gonna lose. And because he even his last fight with Paulo Costa, even the judges was like not really deciding him because he's too reserved and passive.
yeah.
And Dricus, he's gonna throw everything. Kitchen sink, the pillow, his condoms. He doesn't give a shit. It doesn't matter who the fuck he throws. He doesn't
you.
care.
He's a
He literally
winner.
said,
So you got
he literally
DDP.
said,
So you got DDP by
he
finish
literally
or
said,
decision? You got DDP by finish or decision? You got DDP by what?
he's gonna submit. He's gonna submit him.
I
It's
think
either
so.
gonna do. He's
You
gonna
think he's
finish.
submitting?
Oh hell yeah! Sean
Interesting.
literally, dude, I can see that absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally,
I
Dricus
think
said,
so.
"Am I willing to fight to the death? Yes.
Yep.
Am I willing to kill a man in front of his family? Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
That was I ain't gonna lie, that was a hard quote. That was a hard quote. I was like, hey.
Who said that?
Dricus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have to send you the clip.
it's a good fight. Yeah, send me that. I know. I don't know. Seen that. Dricus is
Yeah.
good though, but I think Sean got. Like I said, I think third, fourth
I'm
round,
like,
Sean about to KO.
I
oh,
think
like,
I think Manib, you made a good point about Sean being resistant to fully being a mixed martial artist. He can wrestle, he can do those things, but he refuses to. Um, and I think you made a good point on the fact that like he doesn't want to make those adjustments and do that because he thinks it's not manly. When at the end of the day, like you're here to win, and Dricus is willing to do anything. He's willing to wrestle. He's willing to throw crazy punches. He's willing to.
yes.
He gonna do anything. I think he would bite a man in there if he was able to. Like
Mhm.
he has the will to want to win. Um, if Sean Strickland loses this fight, what happens?
I think
Jamal
he's the
Hill
one.
and Jamal Hill and Sean can make a podcast called Pity. I don't know.
It's stupid.
Oh yeah, I lose that fight. No, I win that fight. That referees suck.
Oh
So,
my god.
so I think out of Sean and Izzy, one of them gonna if he loses, out of Sean loses, so one of them gonna have to fight Kyle. That's like one of them gonna have to fight him, and if not, the other one gonna fight I think Paulo. So we'll see. Cause you're right though. I don't know what happens with Izzy right now, and I don't know what happens with Sean if he loses. Cause it's like they're getting these old not old heads, but they're getting the older generation out of here. Slowly but surely, they're getting them out.
The young feet
And
of
it's hard to watch that transition.
Hey yo, tell me if I'm crazy. These guys are not even that like the age gap is not even like crazy.
It's
So I
not.
want to know like where is the gap when it's like they like good overall fighters, but now they're elite overall fighters. Cause that's what it shows. Like I
You
don't
know
know
what
when
I
that
think
shit
it
starts.
is? You know what I think it is? I think it's just when say like the older generations, right? The vets started fighting, they still was
Mm-hmm.
going to multiple camps, multiple
Right.
places and stuff, you know what I mean? These kids is coming up, even though it might be like a 5 to 6 years difference, they started off in middle school already training MMA. Like not
Right.
just training kickboxing, Muay Thai, this wrestling. Like a lot of them already started off in an MMA class training to be
Mm.
well-rounded MMA fighters. And I think that because of that, they're now coming up and they're just more rounded. They're just more
And yo,
well-rounded.
call me crazy. I'm gonna say something. About to say something crazy. So I'm gonna ask y'all who's a better wrestler? Like at their peak, I know this guy's still fighting, but who would y'all say is a better wrestler? Bo Nickel or Chael Sonnen?
Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel.
Yo, so Bo Nickel doesn't do that shit to Anderson Silva. If we take Bo Nickel right now and throw him back in that era, he don't do that same shit to Anderson Silva right now. Well, not right now, but in that era, I think he does. And that's crazy because that's how much better these fighters have gotten. I think someone like Bo, I think he goes back there in time. I think he holds down Anderson Silva.
I'm like, that's not really a fair argument because the thing is, like, you can't use the future with the present because you're trying to choose a different evolution of the game with a a better evolution of game. That's like a Nokia versus an iPhone 16. Like, of course, the iPhone's gonna
Mhm.
be better than the OS Nokia, but you can like
Oh,
ignore the progress of the inspiration of the evolution of the game as the game progress as by as the younger fighters looking at the veterans and say, "Oh, I'm gonna follow that," and the other coaches, the new coaches, specialists, gonna be like updating new ways, this way, new meta, new evolution, gonna make it like much more faster, profound. Even the old veterans be like, "Wait, like where is that from? Like, yeah, we
so
learned it from you, and we come better than you."
Yeah.
here's the analogy you should have used. So Anderson Silva's the BlackBerry, Israel's the iPhone, Chael Sonnen's the BlackBerry, and Bo Nickel's the iPhone. You should use that analogy. iPhone and Blackberries.
And I love the BlackBerry. On the BBM went crazy.
Right.
Oh my god. If y'all didn't have a BlackBerry Messenger, stop
Right.
it.
I had one for like a good year, some change. I had one.
Yeah, I loved my little BlackBerry. And then yeah, it's up now. They tried to make a comeback, but it didn't happen. Um
Mm.
Munib, your boy, Islam. The rumors are him versus Ilia. Maybe potentially in Spain.
Wait, is your favorite fighter Islam Makhachev? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so boom. I've been going around like YouTube. I've been going on people's fucking, delay lives and shit, and I've been saying something to them. So, in my honest opinion, after watching Islam fight and watching this guy fight, so I think the only fighter, not the only fighter, But one of the fighters that's a nightmare matchup for Islam between 150 and 170. Just let me finish talking. I know you're like, oh no, you're crazy. But hear me out. I think Sean Brady is a nightmare matchup for Islam Makhachev. Here's why. Here's why. So Islam Makhachev struggled to take down Dustin Poirier. We all know Dustin Poirier is not in his prime. Like that's a fact. He's not. So imagine Islam fighting somebody that's bigger, stronger, and faster than Dustin Poirier at 170. How is Islam gonna? What does he do to beat Sean Brady or somebody that's like is bigger than him? I'm gonna say Sean Brady probably a little bit stronger than Islam too. So I'm gonna ask you. I know you're gonna say Islam beat Sean Brady, but tell me how.
You know what's really funny about that? Did
What?
Bilal beat Sean Brady and Bilal has the same size as Islam?
Wait, what?
Bilal and isn't Bilal Muhammad and Islam are the same size?
They could be. I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, when you see him in
Like
pictures next to each other.
I'm like people act like oh the welterweight you can't beat Sean Brady and bigger. I'm like he can, he can.
And like I feel like to fight these Russians, you gotta be physical. Like you gotta be nasty. I think Buckley beat Islam too. I think he's gonna be too big and too strong for somebody like Islam. And I think he can have
Buckley.
great takedown defense. Yeah, that's my
Hey,
opinion. That's
and
my
you
opinion.
know, I don't want to disrespect Buckley because it's February and he been standing on business, but Buckley ain't fucking with Islam.
Are you sure? Yo, I really Islam's great for that weight class. Like you talking about going up 170, they can meet you. They got the same strength as you. They as tall as you. And I think,
Like
in my humble opinion, he is in a super over exaggerated good striker. He is not a good striker. I don't care what anybody says. He is not that.
you know
He is an elite
I can't
fighter.
I can't even
Striker,
test
no.
it. I can't even I can't we can't even let Islam test it at welterweight division at all. That's why I want the college practice to beat Bilal Muhammad. We can't even
Wait,
test. You know why? You know why he cannot go 170 because of Bilal. Even Khabib doesn't even want something to go 170 because of the low. So to test that theory, if Bilal was not champion, I could prove. I'm like, but Buckley though is like people talk about.
So
Oh my god,
Shafkat, you think he beat Shafkat?
who
Islam.
Islam? Yes, because the way Ian
you
grabbed
see Shafkat
Shavkat's
taking
back,
down Ian Gary.
yeah. I think the way the Ian grabbed Shavkat's back, you give Islam or Brady or somebody like that nigga, they popping his head off. So yeah, I think Islam beat Shavkat.
What about you,
I'm like,
Lee?
this is it's such a like. Here's the thing, Dustin. Eventually, what's really weird because I bet Dustin really, 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 really improved his like takedown defense because that was his last shot.
But he's
Hmm.
He put a man at
35
the
though. He's 35, 34, doing that to the pound for pound champion. What do you think these older guys, these younger guys, gonna do upper weight class? That's better than Dustin right
bro.
now.
This is the
That's not,
example of you have one bad ugly fight and you're not dominant as usual, and suddenly, you're not that great at elite. And I remind you, people said the exact same thing with because I'm like, this is the thing with Alex with Khalil. Oh, I thought he was gonna KO him in the first round, and look, and it was a hard fight, and he won 2 rounds,
See
and
what you
yeah,
everybody
know what
used
but
I
that.
think? You wait, wait,
uh,
wait, wait. You know what I think is happening? I think um I think we're inflating how good Dustin looked in that fight because
you think
people like
so?
Dustin so much. I do. I think Islam looked good. I think Islam was winning that fight. There was no point to where I thought, oh man, Islam's not in control of this fight. Dustin had his moments, and we wanted Dustin to win to finally get that achievement. But at the end of the day, like Islam was in control of that fight. Like, and once again, Islam does not follow father's plan. He's okay with mixing it up. He's okay with staying on the feet. He's okay with making a fan friendly fight rather than
I
like
think
Khabib wasn't gonna stand there and do that with Dustin at all. He was gonna take you
uh,
down and do what you want to do. I think Islam is. I think y'all is. I think you are hating on his striking. I think his striking is really
striking
good
is
for him to
no.
be up there.
I don't think
Stop
so.
it.
You know what?
Stop
I'm like,
it.
I'm like,
So
you know,
where's yo
I'm
like
like AJ
honestly,
is the type of guy.
honestly, how is that
If he
yo?
goes to have 3 belts, he'll be like, that's a fluke. That's all flukes.
No, if we do that, he's the GOAT. I think he's ready like top 10 in the goal list. He's top 10 in the goal
There's
list.
a
Who?
I just
new.
think
Who top
Islam,
10?
He's top 10 in the goal list.
If he
He's
got
like
three
top
belts,
10.
top 10? Hell no.
No.
Top 10.
I'm saying right now he's top 10. But if he get 3 belts, he would become the GOAT.
Alright.
Anybody
Like,
get
that's
three belts.
Yeah, anybody can be.
Okay.
Anybody can get a bit of
In
go.
the UFC, we're not talking about what's his name, Anatoly in one or what's his name? I
Oh,
can't. I
nah,
can't.
because he just lost his last fight. So, nah,
Oh,
he
did
just
he?
lost
Did
his
he
last
lose?
fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to
He
some.
lose to a
To,
guy with 4-0. That's hilarious. And I
yeah.
remember he talking in Red Corner MMA in Russian, like none of the UFC fighters scare me, only John Jones.
So
So,
So
when
what
wait,
he
so
happened?
I don't know. I just think this boy, I don't know. I like Islam though for as a fighter, as an overall fighter,
Takes
he's
one
good.
fight. Okay. If Islam beat Dricus, would you give respect? If he literally
Absolutely.
said I could go 180. If
No,
Islam beat
absolutely. He
Dricus,
was. It's like he beat, no,
okay,
no.
that's the
Can he
only
beat
way
Dracus? Can he
because
beat
it takes
Dracus?
one fight. It takes one
No.
fight because the thing about casuals, they be like, if they have their favorite fighter and they're always
Hmm.
dominant, it takes one fight and suddenly he doesn't look good. Yeah, he's not that great anymore. He's shit. Yeah, he did this wrong. He did that wrong. After that, he say, "Oh yeah, my camp was suck and blah blah blah, yada yada yada," and everybody use it against him. And I'm
But
like,
that's my thing. So when Islam fights somebody like Ilia, Ilia's not gonna be worried about the takedown. You know why? Because he got that in his bag too. He's gonna stand in front of him and they're gonna strike. They're gonna try to take him down. They're gonna get back up.
no,
And then what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to Ilia on the feet?
It's really
Now, go
funny
ahead.
you said that. It's
Hey,
really funny. You said you did. I don't think you recall. Ilya actually did said this. I think we call my memory. He said he actually wanted to be the first one to submit Islam. He did said that. He has
he
said that
did say
before.
that.
He
He
actually
did.
he did. That's the thing. So that's the thing. I told you, Islam would do anything. KO, submit, wrestle, Guanapa. Ilya would always choose because the thing he likes that feeling. I want to be the first to do it. If he does it, that would be oppressive. I give props to him. But
Then
if he
Scott,
realized
last
that
week I said that too. Last week I said Ilya is elite, and I said that this guy is not elite. That's what I said too. And he's kind of
but
like saying what I said last week.
this is the thing though. But the thing, regardless how the fight goes, you say it's like because you say Ilya is well rounded, he has everything, blah blah blah, all round everything. But if Islam beat him on those all those in those areas in submission, would you give him respect?
Yeah, I would. I
No,
Yes.
mean,
no,
he
because
would have
then
got my
y'all start
respect.
talking. Because then y'all know
He
what
would have got my
happens. Then
respect.
y'all start saying, yeah, but Ilya was a 145er. Like, I'm
Yes.
sick of it.
You
I'm
see,
sick
I'm not
of
gonna
it.
say that because I know what Ilya is. I know what that man is. That's how I wouldn't say that. Cause
Okay,
like he's
but
he's
that's who Volk
yeah.
was when
I
Volk
think
went
Ilya's better
up.
than that though. I think Ilya's better than that. I'm sorry, Volk. I think Ilya's better than
And,
you. I think he
One
is.
fight.
and I think that
Takes
that's okay.
one.
But at the time, Volk was that dude. He was number one pound for pound. Everybody was Volk, 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 Volk. He got him out of there, and it was like it was a close fight. So then y'all disrespected it and was like, okay, whatever. Then finally he knocks the man out. Oh, it was 10 days notice, and plus Volk's a 145er. Like y'all just made all these excuses. Now with him having the most title defenses at 155, everybody's like, oh, but it's against 145ers. Like the man's fighting who he's supposed to fight. He could have been like, I'm not gonna fight Renato Moricano on last minute notice. Like I'm the champion, I shouldn't have to. But he still did. Like so, people just keep like doing like the division, doing the revisionist history on like his reign in general. So if he fights Ilya and he wins, people will maybe not you, but a lot of people will be like, yeah, but that's a 145er. It's not the same. Fight a 155er. Have a 155er make weight. Have somebody show up.
Nah, I agree with that. And then Armin had his chance to fight him, and I think that'd have been a good fight. I don't know who to win that fight though. In my honest opinion, that'd have been a great fight. But Armin fucked it up
I'm
for
like,
all of us too.
I'm like, at least a lot of people don't want to give respect to Islam because of he had this, you have that, a lot of after the it is. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like,
No, I'm giving my respect to Islam. I just don't think he is an. I don't think he's a good striker. That's it. I'm gonna say good. I don't think he's a good striker. He's not to me.
You don't think he's a good
if he
striker?
head kicks KO Ilya, dude, oh my god, if he head kicks KO
That's the
Ilya,
thing. He's not because Ilya's not gonna be. He's gonna be not worried to take down. His guard gonna be up.
You
He's
you
not worried
didn't.
about that.
Jai
Ilya's
Herbert
not gonna
got
be
it
worried
off
about
on
that.
him. Jai Herbert got it off on him.
But he's a
happens.
striker. He's a better striker than Islam Makhachev. No, don't tell me he's not.
No.
Khabib, here's the thing. Age is the type of guy that yeah. He never had that one bad fight. Never. He would never have a
Wait,
KO.
hold
It's
on.
just
I'm,
one
I'm gonna name some
fight.
guys for y'all,
One.
and
It
y'all
takes
tell me.
one fight
Uh,
alone. One fight, just one fight. Because it is the thing. You're so accustomed to Ilya have such dominance. Just
that's
one
true.
fight. He had a bad cam. He was injured. You didn't know anything, and he even fell right. And suddenly you question like, oh, he's human.
Yeah.
Oh, he has, that's when you start to kind of realize that not every night, every fight they have is going to be the dominance. It could be, very consistently, but eventually have that one fight, one bad not fight, and they're gonna be like, oh, the other guy on the side had the better cam, and everything's gonna be win.
So wait,
But
hold
at the
on, real
same
quick.
time,
So I'm gonna name some guys between 155 and 170, and y'all tell me if these guys are better striker than Islam or not. So one, I'm gonna go Jeff Neal. Who's better striker, Islam or Jeff Neal?
I'm like, of
I
course, gonna
think
say Jeff Neal.
You say Jeff Neal?
Jeff Neal has more power.
Jeff Neal. I'm like, the thing about here's the thing though, MMA is not a one skill sport.
It's not, and that's my thing. That's why I called
It's not
Ilia
a
elite.
one
Ilia
skill
told her boy Max
sport.
Holloway, "I'm gonna knock you out at your best attribute." He said that, and the audacity of him saying, "I'm gonna submit Islam Makhachev." If he does that, that is called elite. That is elite. Beating the person you fight at their very best attribute. That's an elite MMA fighter. I don't think Islam is elite because I don't think he could go in there and knock Dustin and knock out Max Holloway on the feet. He's not doing that to Max. That's
Okay,
my
here's the thing.
opinion.
But if he did, which y'all know how I feel about Max, but if he did, would you put some respect on his name then?
Of course, but he's not doing that to Max. I don't know. I've
I
seen too
don't
much.
think I don't think he
I've
is, but
seen
at
too
the end of
much.
the day, that doesn't mean that Islam's not elite. I think he mixes it up enough. I think he mixes it up enough of the wrestling, enough of the striking to be elite. I don't think he has to be elite at each discipline. He doesn't need to be an elite striker and an elite wrestler and an elite grappler in order to be an elite fighter. I think you
Here's the
have to
thing
be able to
though.
do enough. Kind of like Kamaru Usman. Kamaru
All
Usman's
right,
striking was never the best. That's until
never.
it got a
He
little
got
bit
garbage
better
striking
until he
too.
went down there with Trevor Whitman. But prior to that, he was just elite at wrestling. And then all of a sudden he started mixing it up and putting it all together.
You think Kamal can strike? Oh my lord! You think Kamal's a good striker?
No, I
He
think that
knocked
he
out.
did enough. I think he put it together.
Oh, okay.
He sent Jorge Masvidal to the shadow realms.
Because of
Also
what
get the
though?
burns.
The threat of takedown. That's why he did that. He violated Masvidal in the first
Exactly, and
fight.
that's what I'm saying. So Kamaru didn't have to be elite at striking. He was
I'm
going up.
Okay,
like,
that's a great
Jorge
point.
Masvidal,
That is
yeah,
true.
Jorge Masvidal was a much better striker than him. Had Kamaru shook, okay, had Kamaru stepping on his feet in the first fight, okay, even though it was on 6-day notice. So Kamaru didn't have to have that, but he had enough to be able to intelligently defend himself and strike, and also mix in his wrestling, which allowed him to be elite for his time at that time, in my opinion.
So
here's the
so
thing. I think I
I'm gonna say
understand
this.
what
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know what you are on a AJ's definition. Your definition is kind of like, if I can beat you in your own game, I'm domain. That's pretty much what the fuck it is.
I
If I
think
can
so.
beat you what you're good at, I'm better than you, then I'm elite. The problem with that argument is, if Ilya suddenly got knocked out and Ilya got wobbled by a good shot and he take down, I'm like, oh, you're a wrestler now. You're a wrestler now, huh? You're a wrestler now, huh? As Nate Diaz say,
Mhm.
oh, you're a wrestler now. That happened with Conor. It happened with Conor, and he got, oh, you're a wrestler now, huh? And that happened.
Mhm.
If Islam tried to hit with a really good shot and got wobbled, and like, no takedown, no takedown. Remember, you were the strike, huh? That's the thing. And
Nah,
suddenly, you're like,
I get what you're saying though.
hey, bro, I thought we were gonna be striking, man. Here's the thing, though. MMA is about having variety of adaptability in situations where you have the advantage on the lead. Your kind of like argument is kind of like imano. Like, why would I give you the equal playing field to have the confidence over your ability that you can change the momentum? That's the thing that
That's
kind of
true.
weirds me out.
That's
That's kind
true.
of weird me out a bit because the
That's true.
moment I get the best of you in one lucky shot, you suddenly go become wrestling. And I thought, oh, you thought you're striking, only striking. That's why Alex is so great. Nobody, he's a good wrestler to be
But
that
like
guy. Why.
that's
That's
why it's crazy though. That's why it's crazy. Cause like I said last week, Max Holloway is one of the most elite strikers in any sport, any combat sport. And Ilya did that to him. That is fucking crazy. That is crazy. He knocked out Max Holloway. It's crazy, and he said he was gonna do it. To me, that should speak volumes. I'm sorry. That's like
but
OD.
this,
And to say
this is the
that
thing.
I'm gonna submit
This is
Islam
the reason
Makhachev.
why this is the reason why Islam is different. Because none of the fighters that Ilya has fought mix it up. Not Volk, not Max, not Bryce. Well, only Bryce Mitchell, but come on, it's Bryce fucking Mitchell.
His striking
Right.
ain't strike. He ain't no
Yeah.
striker.
It's Bryce fucking Mitchell. Volk didn't even try to wrestle. He didn't even try to do anything because that's the thing. Because because Ilya is so used to like all the guys that he with Jai Herbert striker with Volk with Max with freaking who's that who did Bryce Mitchell got knocked out by who? Who's that guy?
Josh
Emmett.
Emmett.
Yeah, that's what. It's all striker because he has never concerned about he's gonna take me down. Oh,
It's
he's gonna
another
take me
fighter.
down.
Ilya went. Come here. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. That's what he told Josh Emmett. I'm here with you. Stood in his face for 25 minutes, knock him
But
down, piecing him up. Nobody does that
but
shit to
this is
Josh Emmett, and they stand still and they upright. That doesn't happen with Josh Emmett. That's another thing. People throwing that out there. He manhandled Josh Emmett on the feet for 25 minutes.
but here's the
That's
thing
another
about
thing.
difference between Islam though. This is the difference between Islam. Ilya has to be concerned about the takedown. He has never felt that before.
I
Like,
don't think so. I
okay,
don't think he's worried about that shit. I don't think he's
it's gonna
worried.
happen. It's gonna
Worried.
happen. I know it pretty much. That's my case.
Hmm.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that's the fight that they are rumored to have. That they're working on with Islam. Supposedly, it's supposed to be at 314 in Miami. If it's not, then it'll
Both will be.
be if because like they also asked him about Spain, and Dana was like, "Yeah, when we go to Spain this year, it'll have to be at a stadium." And I was like, "Wait a minute, like y'all trying to go to Spain?" And I think a big fight between Islam and Topuria is bigger for on paper than Volk in Islam because we've seen how that went.
Yeah.
And I think Volk needs a tune-up fight personally.
Right.
Like, good. Was he supposed to fight next though? He said himself, like in his like YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I mean he's supposed to, and it's rumored that might be the fight, but we'll see. With that being said, we are at the end of this podcast. We appreciate y'all for coming on. We will be back next week. Until then, we are
Yes,
out.
sir.
Peace.